Hi Leo, welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. Today we're going to do your monthly January 2019 tarot reading. I'm going to do a full Celtic cross with the Fountain Tarot, and then we're going to clarify with the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards and the Work Your Light Oracle cards. So let's get started with Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019. As you guys know, I'm going to shuffle, and after a good shuffle, if a card pops out, that's my signal that that's the end of the shuffle. If a card pops out too soon, I'm going to show you guys the cards and give you a brief description, but then I will continue the shuffle. If it takes too long, I'm going to end the shuffle. Okay, let's get started with Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019. We've got Queen of Swords, cutting off things that don't serve you anymore. We've got Three of Coins, collaboration, working with people, recognition for your skills. Three of Cups, celebrating success. Tower, oh, the destruction of something or the end of something. Okay, and then on the bottom, Temperance, a need for some TLC, staying home, taking care of yourself, some moderation and balance. Okay. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019. Can we please get a Celtic cross? Please get a Celtic cross for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019. Okay, I'm going to end the shuffle soon. Okay, take that. On the bottom, we've got Three of Wands. It's kind of waiting for a return on your investments. Also represents fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the sign of Wands. Okay, so we've got Judgment in the situation, challenges, Eight of Swords, conscious, we've got the Sun, beautiful, there's Leo, and then we have foundation is Seven of Swords, recent past, Four of Coins, recent future, Eight of Wands, you right now, Five of Swords, wow, surrounding you, Knight of Wands, hopes and fears, Moon, outcome, Six of Wands. All right. And then again on the bottom we have Three of Wands. So let's talk about it, and then we'll put the pieces together, and then I'll clarify with some oracle cards. Starting with Judgment. Judgment is a major arcana card. It's speaking to some epiphany, something that's going to give you a great wake-up call. This usually has Angel Gabriel blowing on a horn there and then resurrecting people from the dead. It's speaking to whatever issue or situation this is. If you're wondering how it's going to end up, how it's going to turn out, if it's a yes or no, generally speaking, it'll work to your favor. Generally speaking, it is a big resounding yes. Also, Judgment could be about a battle type of situation, some kind of, confrontation that you have with either your enemy or people or some situation that's been battling you, some kind of a battle type of atmosphere, and it's generally saying that it should work in your favor, okay, the outcome. But the challenge is Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is about restriction. The challenge is restriction, and there's also fear. Eight of Swords is all about being blindfolded, having eight swords pointed at you or around you, and you are so afraid and so tense and threatened and restricted by these swords and the blindfold that even though you could easily remove it and get yourself out of that situation and go back to your castle, it's like you're so anxious and afraid and restricted and fearful that you're feeling so threatened that you can't see where you need to go, and you can't release yourself from the situation because of that. So we've got a judgment call, an epiphany, a wake-up call, some kind of possible battle that'll end up in your favor. And the challenge is this overcoming your fear. Okay? So then the conscious, we have the sun. The sun is about truth, clarity, having everything out in the light of day, so there's no secrets. And you know, you're thinking, this is what you're thinking in the conscious. You're thinking above board. You're like, I am the sun. I am positive. I am successful. I am honest. I am, you know, above board in everything. And you know, it's also, I am Leo, because the sun represents the Leo card. The sun card represents the sign of Leo. The foundation, though, beneath the surface, the subconscious, you've got Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about deceit, sneakery, some kind of, like, it's called the Lord. The card is represented as the Lord of unstable efforts. So basically, you know, it's about doing something where, you know, possibly somebody may know that you might be taking from them, or you might feel someone is taking from you, or whatever, whichever way the roles play out. But it's about, you know, if it is you taking from someone else, like, they see it, but they're not too concerned. They're going to let it pass this time. And if it's, you know, you, then you just flip the reversal of that, where you feel like someone's taken from you and it's kind of been unfair. And so you're going to be like, you know, all right, I see it, but I'm going to let it slide this time. I'm just going to keep an eye now. But you see these two swords right next to each other, and the cards in relation to where they are next to each other, it matters. So you see on down here, we're seeing Eight of Swords as a challenge, foundation is Seven of Swords, and then we see you right now, Five of Swords. Okay, so let's just keep going. Recent past, we got Four of Coins. Four of Coins is being cut off, especially in this deck, the Fountain deck. When you look at the picture, being, you know, unreceptive, kind of like you've worked really hard for your 4 coins that you have. You've established, you know, a great deal, and now you're very protective of what you've worked towards. So much so that, you know, in general, in traditional tarot decks, you'll see, like, you know, the person wearing like regal robes, you know, but holding on to those pentacles so tight with his arms crossed across his, over his chest. It's basically speaking to, when you've got 4 of Coins, it's about being a little bit cut off, unreceptive, possibly holding onto your possessions very tightly, miserliness, maybe even greed, due to, like, you know, miserliness and greed go hand in hand, kind of, right? In this deck, 4 of Coins represents, like, more so being cut off, okay, and unreceptive. Because you see, it's a winterscape there. It's got a little tiny tent and the 4 coins in front of it. And you can't even see the person, because the person even has that little tent closed. The tent door, flap, whatever, closed. No one's home. Okay, do not disturb. So Leo, it's saying in the recent past, you've been in this kind of a mode where you feel like shut off from the rest of the world, and you're not open, you're not receptive. But then you get this great wake-up call, okay, in the situation, this Judgment card. And then look what happens. In the recent future, 8 of Wands. Now, 8 of Wands is about lots of communication coming in of love and enthusiasm. And again, it's fire signs. Wands represent Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So all this communication coming in even could be a little bit overwhelming right now. So in the recent future, it's all about high energy, passion again for, you know, being out there and being active. It's a lot of like high energy, high passion, high excitement, and creating and manifesting kind of energy with lots of communications coming in and going out. Then you have you in the situation. You right now is 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is again like it's a disgrace card. It's a little bit of like a whether you win or lose. It was not a good win and it was not a good loss. Whatever the situation may be. Like if you won, it was like an abuse of power where you feel it was unfair. The odds were unfair and in your favor possibly, and the other person feels like, you know, I wasn't even playing. Like, what was that? Like, I'm not even in this. What are you starting, you know, this war for? And now, like, you know, you may have won, but like, that was ridiculous. Like, what just happened? And or it could be flipped where you feel like that and you're like, okay, that was so unfair. Somebody just abused their power and I feel like, you know, somebody took from me. Both of these seem to have that kind of vibe. But when I see two swords, okay, in your subconscious and you right now, Leo, it's speaking to sneakery. It's speaking to like a disgrace, a little bit of like a shady kind of sneaky kind of attitude here. But in the conscious, you think you're just great. You know, in the conscious, you think you're the sun. You're honest, virtuous, childlike enthusiasm, innocence, in the light of day, successful, abundant. The Leo that, you know, everybody looks up to, because Leo is the sun card, right? And that's the highest vibration of Leo. But what's going on is the challenge is, you know, this restriction and fear is your challenge. And the foundation is Seven of Swords, unstable efforts, and, you know, it's a deceit and sneakery card as well. And here you are with Five of Swords. You see this man taking 3 swords, and there's 2 swords over there. And people are walking away, and they're just like, you took my swords, but I wasn't even playing. Like, what was that? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a win or lose. Both of it's just not satisfying. It's not a honorable win or loss, okay? Around you, you've got Knight of Wands, someone who could represent like a early 20s to early 30s fire sign. It's someone extremely attractive, outgoing, high energy, fast moving. It could speak to someone who has commitment issues, because the Knight of Wands is someone who comes in very passionate, very quickly, very hot, but they're not committed, so they burn out just as fast. Or it could speak to travel, okay? Knight of Wands is that kind of wanderlust, wanting to go out there and see things and travel and do stuff. It's inspired. The wands are about an inspiring kind of creative energy, from vision to manifesting, okay? So that's energy of someone around you, or the energy that you're surrounded by. Now, in your hopes and fears, you've got the Moon card. The Moon card is all about hidden feelings, what's beneath the surface. It's about intuition, psychic abilities, and if you take it into the fears account, you know, lower vibration, it can speak to secrets and a little bit of isolation or depression issues. Okay, so that's in the hopes and fears. It's the major arcana, it's the Moon card. So basically what it means when you have a major arcana cards like Judgment or the Moon or the Sun, it basically is saying that these influences are very strong, okay, for the month. So your positive way of thinking for this month, it's very good. It'll help you push through no matter what kind of obstacles these swords are bringing. And also you've got the Judgment, which is the situation, is a wake-up call epiphany, okay? A battle that could go in your favor. That's positive. And if it's a question of, will this work out, or will this, it's a big yes, okay? Should I do this? It's a big yes, okay? And then you've got this major arcana card, Moon, which is about hidden feelings and secrets, okay? Things beneath the surface, things that you cannot see in the dark. Whereas the Sun is about seeing everything visibly and clear. The hopes and fears is the Moon is about, you know, again, with all this water and the Moon energy bringing out your subconscious, could speak to isolation, depression, or psychic intuitive abilities, loneliness, and hidden secrets, hidden feelings, okay, beneath the surface. Now, outcome, 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands, again, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, speaks to victory. 6 of Wands in the outcome for this month means that whatever battle you were in, like from the Judgment card, whatever battle you were in, you're going to come out victorious. It's usually, you see in the tarot decks, a picture of a man, a knight, or someone like that, you know, coming in, riding on a horse back from battle. And there's a lot of people, you know, he's got a victory wreath and people are cheering for him. And it's an all-around wonderful energy of, like, you know, validation that you wanted something and that you were successful and you conquered something. And the only thing to be mindful of with the Six of Wands is that, you know, while people are cheering for you around you, there's also people who are haters, who are not going to be happy with your success and just as easily will try to stab you in the back. And also, it's also a reminder to not be overly confident or arrogant. Not confident, overly arrogant about whatever your victory is, because it could also come back to bite you in the butt, kind of, so to speak. Okay, and then we've got Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. We already spoke about this, I think, but just in case, I'll repeat. It's about, you sent your ships out, you know, let's say you're a merchant or something. You sent your ships out for an investment in your business, and now Three of Wands is about waiting for your return on your investment. So you're waiting for something to come back and bring you the rewards that you've already put out there, the energy you've put out there, okay? So will it be a success? Will it not? I don't know. Well, yeah, it will be. It'll work out in your favor. It will be good. The only thing is you've got some mental with the moon, just because it's in the hopes and fears position, and it's in relation to when you see other cards, right? You're not scared of the sun, right? You're not scared of like enthusiasm and love. Well, where do we see other issues here? We see being cut off from everybody else, and we see these swords, all three of which are, you know, negative. Okay? So now let's pull out a Work Your Light Oracle card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019. That one. On the bottom, we've got Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. But we're going to read the top one, okay? The top one is dance. Do something to shift your vibration, all right? So we'll read about that. Generally, it's speaking to the need to be playful, listen to music, move your body, exercise, dance, because it will get your vibration up. But let's talk about it. Dance. It's not in alphabetical order. I'm going to have to look it up. 64. Okay, so it says life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe is a mysterious, intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat which governs all of life. One of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency, and vibration is to put on some music and dance along with it. When we dance unrestrained, our spirit takes over, and with each new bop, sway, and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. Get unstuck by doing something that shifts your vibration. Put on some music, dance unrestrained, and fall into the frequency of life. In doing so, your body will begin to learn how to be moved by your intuition, which is connected with the systemic beat. If dancing isn't your thing, then simply do something that you would not usually do to shift the energy. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, and you cannot attract a different experience without changing your energy first. It's time to shift things up and to find a way to dance along with the beat of life. Work Your Light action is dance or do something to shift your energy. All right, pretty self-explanatory. Lastly, we're going to have one Sacred Traveler Oracle card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019. Okay, on the bottom we've got reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. Let's read the top card though, and that is far away places. Get ready for new horizons! Exclamation point. And it looks like some kind of, like, I believe, I don't even know if it's Chinese or Japanese. I don't know. All right, let's talk about it. Faraway horizons. Looks like travel. That's so fun. Okay. Sacred Traveler. says, get ready for new horizons, exclamation point. Stop playing it safe. Get ready for new horizons and change in your life. A journey is coming. It might be to foreign lands or faraway places, or maybe an inner shift that changes your destiny. It's all beneficial. Sometimes we can feel wobbled when we are not in our normal surroundings. However, you are safe and protected. Good fortune ensues. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, part of the glory of travel is stepping out of old habits, routines, and the repetitiveness of everyday life. It can feel daunting, yet in no small way your life is a spiritual voyage. Change is coming. Things are not as they seem. There are no wrong turns. Every adventure and misadventure is part of the course. You are on a pilgrimage of the soul. Keep your metaphorical bag packed. Some unexpected experiences are ahead. Be ready for anything. The joy of travel is that you can begin to experience the everyday as if you are seeing it for the first time. Nothing should be taken for granted. Holy moly. All right. So that's so exciting, and that just shook up the vibration of all of these cards. Like, forget dancing. You're traveling. Nothing beats traveling. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to see, this is your reading for January, Leo. It looks like you're going to have something. It's saying, like, get your metaphorical mind, okay, luggage packed, because you're going to go travel. It's talking about pilgrimages, like some faraway places. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. Maybe that's what you're so happy about too, okay? So you've got travel, and that's what the Judgment is, eh? Maybe that's the call. This looks so fun. Like, look at the difference. You're going from the recent past, 4 of coins, to this. That's amazing. All right. All right, Leah, that was your reading for January 2019. Tune back in for the weekly tarot readings, general, and then I'm going to follow that up with weekly love tarot readings, okay, the Celtic Cross and everything. So until next time, thank you for commenting. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Take care and talk to you guys soon. Bye, Leo.